kaasua. Komissaario Pepponen. Pepponen niminen baari tulee Tampereelle. Pop-up baari. Popeda baariahan tänne kaivattiin. Anyways, pikatyöpäivä tänään. Maanantaina alkaa koulu. Ei vittu, kone meni ihan jökkiin. Ottakaa se hetki. Kaatuu kohta muuten tää peli. Niin kuin viimeksi kaatui yhden kerran. Ei kaatunut. Kato saatana. Kaikenlaista. Mä en muista yhtään mihin mä jäin. Douglas Andersons ahviseen. Olis mä nyt semmonen ongelma, että näkyykö toi tossa? Katsotaan, tehdään klassinen kikka. Mitä? Mitöp? Täällä. Hop. No nyt se pitäisi näkyä siinä kyllä. Douglas Anderson's office.
I don't think I want to visit the service room.
Mikähän paskalla voi käydä? Mikä tässä mentiin optionsiin tuolla? Game controls. Sound. Ja niin voi sekä veikata, noin oli maksimissa. Käydään sitten tuo Windowsan puolella. Noin. Taas joku tekstiseinä tossa. Helvetti sentään.
Douglas D. Anderson, 7th floor.
Ei oo, se oli vaan toinen. Ns. Mitä firman diageneita tässä buildingissa on. Tai ihmisiä töissä. Kaikki hissit on oletettavasti samaa. Oletettavasti mentiin 7. kerrokseen. Mä voisin näin veikata.
That's not Mr. Anderson's office.
Ai ei vai. Nettitikkuja sydämessä. Kaveri laittaa tätä.
Ha, this is it.
Dingoisi laukon kartanolla tänään. Vähän tekis me ei mennä kattoo.
Welcome to Douglas Anderson's law office. How can I help you?
This is Phoenix Wallace from the Adrianopolis
Phoenix
Peace and Security
Wallace.
Center. Inform Mr. Anderson that he has a visitor.
Officer Wallace, you do not have a valid appointment for this time. Would you like to make one?
This is regarding official peace business.
Please hold. Thank you for your cooperation.
No et päät ei ikinä päästä tätä sisään automaattisesti. Sitten tää sanoo tyyli, että vittu minä on poliisi. Käytännössä. Niin sitten on sieltä, tuu sisään. Kauheen vaikeet. Mikäs tasolla tää?
Wow, Mr. Anderson. Aren't we a big fry with an HDI of 82? I'm sure Sandra has already dated you. How could she omit this red Ferrari in her collection of men with HDIs over 80?
Vähän kateellinen toi naisystävälle selvästi. Kahdeta slut-shamingia.
A column of light. Oh, that's so relaxing.
No, on kyllä ihan cool. Tommonen kelpaisi huoneen nurkkaan. Onko se tätä munaa jotenkin ihailu? Ei voi. Kato, sehän on töissäkin jopa.
Oh, what a beautiful work of art. I wonder how it can move like that.
Toi Douglas näyttää jotain Ensynkin jäseneltä. Joka on ihan tommoset tosi kirkkaat siikanat. What a magnificent view.
That must be Mr. Anderson.
kun ei voi puhua tuolta kulmasta.
Mr. Anderson, let me introduce myself. I'm Phoenix Wallace, a senior peace officer from the Peace and Security Center.
Welcome. Please sit down, Officer Wallace. I assume you are here to discuss the murder of Mr. Bogdanov.
That is correct, sir. Do you have time to answer some questions about the late Mr. Bogdanov?
Yes, but only a few questions, please. I'm very pressed for time.
Ait. Kun on fasismin siniset silmät, niin kuin minullakin on. Inquire about his profession.
What's your area of specialty?
Ottipa rennon asennon
My
toi
area of
Phoenix.
specialty is international trade.
Are you challenged by your job?
Of course I am. But I do not see the relevance of this question to your investigation.
Me neither. Approach him in a formal manner.
Mr. Anderson, thank you for seeing me on such short notice. I promise I will not take too much.
Eikö tuolla olisi pitänyt aloittaa tää keskustelu?
Pleasure. How can I be of help?
Inquire about Bogdanov's NGO duties visits to Russia. When he last saw Bogdanov.
When did you last see Mr. Bogdanov?
I last saw him on Tuesday, April 2nd.
Can you tell me what you spoke about on that date?
It was regarding a matter with one of his former employees.
Was it an unpleasant matter? One that may have had some relevance to the murder of Mr. Bogdanov?
It was unpleasant, all right. But I highly doubt it could have anything to do with the murder. It was about an employee complaint regarding termination of a contract.
Some former employee filing an unfair labor practice suit?
Yes. Mr. Bogdanov had an unusually high employee turnover rate in his business.
Do you have any explanations for that high turnover rate?
I really don't, Officer Wallace.
Did this high turnover rate exasperate Mr. Bogdanov?
Not really. He exclusively employed university students for lower employment costs. He expected to have a high employee turnover rate.
Ask about Bogdanov's friends and associates. Inquire about Bogdanov's business.
Did Mr. Bogdanov ever mention his relationships with others?
Occasionally, he mentioned a few names.
Do you remember any of those names?
Yes. One is Ms. Larissa Lukin.
What did he say about Ms. Lukin?
That she was his primary sexual partner, and they had known each other for 3 years.
Can you think of any other significant details about his connection to Ms. Lukin?
No, he did not elaborate on his relationship with her.
Any other names that come to your mind?
He often mentioned a Ms. Capello, who was his therapist, and Mr. Arnett, who was his image maker. These are the names I can think of right now.
I think I should check out these leads you've given me. May I come back if I have more questions?
Certainly.
Thanks for your help.
You're welcome.
PA, access GPSN census database and add Larissa Lukin's address to my navigation map. Also, locate a Dr. Capello and image maker Roger Arnett and add their addresses too.
Eli me saatiin nyt sen vakiseksikumppani, terapeutti ja
My
image maker.
first interview. I'm so excited.
Your first security screening interview is in 1 hour. Your interviewer's name is Raj Patel from the rogue state of India. Good luck. Okay. Let's do this.
Must be Mr. Patel. This is Ingrid Valkoinen. She is the head of the Immigration Academy.
This is Ingrid Valkoinen.
Hi, Ingrid.
Hello, Phoenix. How are you today?
Kauhea ääni
Very
näyttää
well,
silläkin.
thank you. And you?
Very good.
How successful are the recent immigration applicants?
They're doing very well. We had so many to pick from. I think most will pass the GCAT tests this year.
I'm glad they're responding well. Last year was not all that successful, was it?
No, not really. But it seems like 2047 will be remembered as one of the best years.
I need to get going.
Kauan ei Ingrid Valkoisen kanssa juteltu. No niin, Raj Patel, nyt
Hello,
lähtee
Mr.
sitten.
Patel. My name is Phoenix Wallace. I'm a senior peace officer here at the center. And I will be conducting your security screening interview. How are you today?
I am very well, thank you, Officer Wallace. And how are you?
Very good, thank you. Now, I'm going to give you a small brief about the procedure.
Okay.
You are here today because you passed all necessary tests required for you to become a World Union citizen.
I know. I passed all the tests with top marks. I will be a perfect Union citizen.
We will see that. I'm here today to evaluate your citizenship application from a security perspective.
So, in plain English, you gonna check if I am a crook or not?
I would not use words like that. But yes, I'm going to evaluate your fitness to our society from a security point of view.
Officer Wallace, I am a medical doctor. We made the same new enhanced version of the Hippocratic Oath, as suggested by the WHO, like the World Union Medical Doctors, and...
I understand and respect that, Dr. Patel, I should say, but the rules are applied to all immigration applicants.
Okay, whatever. Let's get on with it then.
Ihana tommonen stereotyyppinen Intia-aksentti. Inquire about his biological family childhood. Kummasta aloitetaan? Biological family.
Can you please tell me about your biological family?
You sound like a Freudian psychiatrist. I thought his ideas on psychology were long gone.
Well, they are outdated, of course. Since the studies of Dr. Derek Fisher in the 2010s. Well, you're a doctor, you know all that. Anyway, I need to ask you about your childhood.
Yes.
Valittiinko mä heti väärän vaihtoehdon?
I was one of 4 siblings in a nuptial family in Calcutta.
And did your biological father and mother work?
My father did. My mother was a homemaker.
So she worked too?
But of course she did. In a way.
What do you mean, in a way? You just said she was building homes.
Vittu tää daiju tää Phoenix kyllä.
Homemaker means she's
Siis tän yhteiskunnan jäsenet on niin daiju ja vieraantuneita kaikesta.
A housewife, you mean?
Yes.
I see. So did you
Kyllä
have
nyt
a pleasant
homemakerista olisi pitänyt tajuta jotain.
Yes, I think so. My father was a high officer in the British East India Company.
Never heard of it. What did this company do?
Trade, imports and exports. A very old and established company. I believe it still exists.
Did you get along well with your siblings?
Of course. Well, yes and no.
What kind of answer is that? It is a true or false question.
Let me put it this way. There were times we got along very well, and at times we fought.
Fought? Physical exchanges?
Sure, but in general, we got along well.
I suppose.
Inquire about his vision of the World Union. Inquire about the first thing he would want to do in the World Union. Toi on satasessa vihreä toi SCI, mitä ei tosi ikinä tarkoittaa, kun mä en muista enää, mutta oletettavasti 100 on hyvä. Otetaan vaikka, mikä on eka asia, mitä se tekee tää.
What is the first thing you want to do in the World Union?
Find a good job, of course. Many headhunters have already contacted me.
Really? For what kind of job?
Medical doctor, of course. Several hospitals are waiting for my decision.
Is that right?
Yes, I am gonna have a tough time deciding.
Provided that you pass this screening, of course.
You know I will, officer. I know about the procedure. Even if you dislike me, you cannot make me fail. Because the computer determines my score based on my response and reactions.
My, aren't we cocky? You seem to forget that you respond to my questions.
I can easily tackle any questions you have for me, officer. Don't think you can challenge me intellectually.
We shall
Kauhea.
see.
Vähän munapäätyyppi. Mikä toi NILRS-mittari on? Ei oo mitään. No mitkä sun career plans nyt sitten on?
What career are you planning to pursue in the Union?
No, doctor
I am
varmaan,
a
mutta...
cardiologist, and that's what I am getting
Aha,
ready to pursue.
kardiologi.
That has
Niin.
to do with...
Human heart and related systems, officer.
No on kyllä aika helppoa
Are you planning to study
älykkäämpi kuin toi
native
Phoenix, jos ei tiedä mikä on
I
kardiologi.
would like to move to North America.
Siinä on ihan hyvää roastia tuolta Patelilta.
You don't prefer the hospitals in Europe?
Oh, I am sure they are as good. I just always wanted to live in America, the land of opportunities, as they used to call it.
America, fuck yeah. Ask what was the best thing about the Immigration Academy. What was the worst thing? No niin, nyt rehellistä puhetta.
What was the worst thing about the Immigration Academy?
The accommodation, of course.
Aha.
What was wrong with it?
I can't really say that I had enough space for myself.
How about your roommates?
They were all right. The other thing I did not like was I couldn't choose my own study group.
You didn't like them?
Oh, I liked them fine, but I can't say they were brilliant or anything. Sometimes they would waste my time.
Aika tämmönen kunnon munapää-älykkö.
Explaining trivial
Kaikki
things.
muut on tyhmiä paitsi minä.
Are you suggesting that your intellect was superior to theirs?
As a matter of fact, it was.
No, mutta pisteet laskenut, ei ole ihan niin satasta enää. Scrutinize his private life, past, motives. Mihin digaudutaan? Motiiveihin.
Why did you decide to immigrate to the World Union?
You know the conditions in the road states, officer. Who wouldn't want to immigrate here?
Really? Is our union really that popular where you came from?
Of course it is. The nation-state sources constantly create negative propaganda, but people know better.
If there's that much negative propaganda, how do they know about the World Union?
Well, bad-mouthing is not the only thing on media. There are many shows about lifestyle in the Union. Union merchandise is ever so popular.
Wow, I didn't know that. Can people afford it, though?
Many can afford to buy at least something with a WU logo.
Mäkin haluan World Union merchia. Ask if he had multiple sexual partners in India. Ask if he lived with his family in India. No, kysytään vaikka seksikumppaneita.
Did you have multiple sexual
What is-
partners in India?
I surely did.
But isn't that against social rules there?
Sure. But it's also against the nature of any modern human being. Need I say more?
No, you don't. Congratulations. My indicators show that you are fit to live in the Union society. You have no
Hyvä.
obstacles to become a Union citizen.
No Patel tiesi mistä puhuu. Raj Patel, nyt Ingrid Valkoinen alkaa mulle antaa tai selkäsauna.
Well, I didn't really like that guy much. But the computer thought he was okay.
Oiko oikeesti vähän munapääjä? Ei mikään pahalla. Mihin me sitten voidaan? Katsotaan mitäs meidän ripui sanoi. Diarrhea. Missäs me ollaan? Tuolla punaisia. I think Bogdanov was a total weirdo. Eikö se ole luettu? Mr. Anderson mentioned 3 names. Larissa Lukin, Bogdanov's primary sexual partner, Dr. Capello, his shrink, and Roger Arnett, his image maker. I wonder how he could afford the famed Roger Arnett with an HDI of just 70. Anyhow, I should check out these people. Raj Patel. I can't say that he's the most likable guy that I've ever met. And I still have this strange feeling about letting him pass. Then again, it's the computer's job to detect his lies and other shortcomings, not mine. I merely ask questions, right? Niin se taitaa olla. Larissa Lukin. Lukin, Station, Omega, Capello, Arnetti. No mennään vaikka tänne
It's
Lukinille.
getting late, and I'm beat. Time to head home.
Hei. Vittu. Aika olla kotona. Me pitää tutkia murha.
My cozy
Mysteeriä.
couch.
Tuo jotenkin trippy home täällä.
It's an ad for the Sufferer Comedy Network. I don't watch it very often, really. It just came with my monthly ad bundle.
Oh god. Monthly ad bundle.
That's my ultimate friend. It's a daily pill full of all the minerals and vitamins that
Ai
are
vitsi, kun tommonen olisi
specifically engineered
olemassa.
for my body.
Piilerina aamalla tarvitsisi syödä ja tehdä
It's
ruokaa.
great to be a union citizen.
Kyllä näin on. Muuttasi heti Unioniin tuon perässä. Mitäs muuta sulla on täällä?
That's the standard delivery system. All my packages are delivered through it. I don't need to drag around anything that I purchase. Makes shopping a lot more fun.
Vähän
Kinda
tommonen,
makes you lose track of what you buy, though.
vähän tommonen postiputki. Kiva. No ei pääsekään sitten. Täällä pystyy muistaakseni vaihtaa vaatteita silloin, kun mä joskus tätä on pelannut. Tämmönen muistikuva mulla on.
I don't need to wash my hands.
No et oo kyllä käynyt varmaan kuseella tänään. Mut kyllä silti kannattaisi pestä kädet, kun oot ulkona käynyt.
My library, otherwise known as the throne.
Mikä se eka oli?
Not right now. I kind of feel like somebody's watching me.
Mene pisulle.
Not right now.
No, kun on fourth wall breaking ja pelaajat huijottaa.
My revitalizing shower.
Mutta eihän kun se olisi sanonut siinä alussa my library. Näet minun kirjastoni. What? Mikä kusi kirjasta? Mikä on UCN?
That's a poster of my favorite television channel. I get to watch the most interesting court cases around the Union and be a part of the trial jury. The new company rules of Amnesty International enable any Union citizen to become a part of the jury in any court case they choose, provided that they pay the appropriate fee and watch every court session, of course.
Okei, kuulostaa vähän sairaalta televisio-ohjelmalta.
That's where I keep my clutter. The accumulation of my life. What should I wear?
What? No, let's see. Oho. Vähän meni tukkakin uuteen kuosiin. Tuommoinen kuin Aleksi B-tukka. Okei, yeah. Vaatteet ainakin ihan kauheita täällä. Onko se vähän niinku Adidakset? Onhan 3 raitaa satana. Addut jalassa. No niin, vähän tommoista ysärialtsua. Mikä näköinen. Okei, mikä helvetti tämä olevina. No. Okei, tommonen perus. Okei, mitä noi leikkaukset noissa vaatteissa on? Miksi tuolla takana on tommonen perskolmio tossa? On tiiä. Mitä ne työvaatteet? Mikä helvetti tämä on? En tiedä. Laita joku räväkkä ysäri look. Ja kaikki jotain millennium ysäri lookia. Ne on ihan kauhea. Ne on jotenkin hämmentävä. Toi on kyllä oikeesti kans vähän hämmentävä. Mikä se yksi oli? No, mennään täällä vaikka siinä on jotain housu. Noniin. Mene nukkumaan.
My comfy bed. Unfortunately, I rarely have company in it. I wish Sandra would stop teasing me about that. I don't feel like sleeping yet.
It's getting late, time to head home. I don't feel like sleeping. Meitä päähäs.
I'm too tired to go out tonight.
No mitä
Maybe tomorrow.
Vittu pitää mennä kotiin ja sit se on nukkua, kun lähtee sieltä pois. Mitä helvettiä sä haluat tehdä? Tänään. Katsoks sä jotain TVtä vai hä? No niin, kyllähän tänne pääsi. Miksi sitä auksi ei päässyt? Jeesus sentään tätä peliä.
Sandra got me that picture for Best Friends Day. I have no idea what it's about. My holovision, my prime source of entertainment.
Ai holovision on tommonen.
I love my view of the pyramid. It's quite calming.
Näyttää ihan Stratovariksen levyn kannalta tuo
Every
näkymä.
single house and apartment in the
Se missä on se
city
pyramidi.
does it too. The city is
Äijä pystyy
educated
kattoo.
in such a way
Ole
that
nyt hiljaa, ei
every
kaikesta noin
house
paljon
has a view of
puhua.
the pyramid.
Äijä pystyy kattoo Stratovariksen levyn katto joka ilta. Helvetin hyvä. Mä veikkaan, että holovisionia pitää katsella. Jostain helvetin syystä.
Here is the latest from your favorite news
Ja
channel.
tää on ihan paska tapa katsoa mitään televisiota tai mitään muuta.
Your connection to the world. Our city woke up with a shock this morning. The death of a prominent professor of the Adrianopolis University. Dr. Melvin Philip Spencer, a leading history scholar, was found dead in his apartment.
Toinen kuolema.
Our sources in the GPSN Peace and Security Center indicate that Dr. Spencer's untimely accidental death was caused by an unauthorized electronic device. The specifics or the origin of the device is not released. However, the authorities urge any users of such unauthorized electronic devices to report to the rehab center immediately for a complete checkup, since their lives may be in danger. It is mentioned that such devices may cause permanent damage in the brain, genetic makeup, and even death, as in the case of Dr. Spencer. Now to the other news.
That is shocking news. 2 scandalous deaths in 1 week.
Ai, joko nyt mennään nukkumaan? No niin. Jaha, yöasu piti vaihtaa päälle. Drama in your face. Ei mennyt edes peitona. Ei. Mitä paskaa? Miksi töissä pitää olla työvaatteet päällä? Okei, kyllä mä nyt ymmärrän sen, mutta silti. From personal contact, Alessandra Pescara.
Hello, Phoenix. How are you?
Hi, Sandra. I'm fine, but I'm busy right now.
Is that right? Can't you spare a few moments for your best friend?
Oh, sure. I'm sorry. What's up?
Nothing. Shall we meet tonight?
Oh, of course. Actually, I have a lot of gossip for you.
Really? Well, as you know, I'm not that interested in Immigration Academy gossip.
No, this is different. I'll tell you all about it tonight. Around 8 at the cafe?
Sure. See ya, busy girl.
Upea toi. Personal notes. She's fun. I wish we could talk about something other than men. Ei kuulosta kovin kivalta. Sitten Douglas D. Anderson. Täällä on vaan 78% healthy genes. Impossible to penetrate and extract the info I need. What a show off. Sitten varmaan... No pitäisikö tätä crash-filea koittaa jotenkin setittää? Audioprosessi. Onko muuta tähän jotain mukaan? Ei mun kyllä oikeesti oo. Eipä, olisiko tätä voinut muuten siihen käyttää? Unrecognized audio. Unrecognized text. Hey! Hey! Pitäisikö se etsiä jotain pareja? Mitä helvettiä tässä pitää etsiä? Tähän tulee semmonen sama butterfly image, kunhan me vaan saadaan tehtyä tää jotenkin. No, maailman paskimmat vehkeet näilläkin käytössä. Spatial match. Onko toi niinku match, jos ne on tommosia värikkäitä? Onko se niinku niiden oikea paikka? Miten tää toimii? Okei. Okay. Blup. Blup. Sitten joku levenevä tonne. Sitten tää. Blup. Blup. Ei se käy siihen. Missä on vasemmassa laidassa tommonen? Ei tuokat voi tonne mennä. Ei. Ja se toi menee. Noin. Tuon on pakko tulla tohon. Ei. Ei! Ui paska. Oh, se on siinä. Vittu, aamen. Hyvä. Tosi ärsyttävää, kun ei näytä tätä ruudukkoa tavallaan. Niin välillä tulee kriiksutettua mihin sattuu. Okei. Okay. Tämä meneekin noin alas. Mihin tää teksti menee? Tää tulee tänne oikeeseen laitaan vähän niinku. Ei! Voikohan tätä tekstiä edes saada sille? Ton kummemmaks. Ja mihin kohtaan tää pitää laittaa? Iustitia. Tuleeko toi tohon eteen? Iustitia. En tiedä mitä helvettiä sekin tarkoittaa, mutta no. Sitä on ärsyttävää, kun ei sitä ruudukkoa. Iustitia. Ei tosta jotain puuttuu. Okei. Okay. 3D processing. Multiple images. Voinko mä nyt käyttää tätä kuitenkin? No en voi.
I don't need to use that function. I don't need to use that.
Audio visual viewing. Decryption. Aha.
I don't need to use.
Mikä jos kuvitellut, sitä olisi ehkä voinut käyttääkin. Miten tää toimii tää? Tää. Iustitia. Sit jotain mätää. Pitääks tää nyt niinku sillä... Tuleeko spatial match jossain? Toi varmaan on jo... Oh. Ei tää tekstikään mitään spatial matchia. What is this shit? Tuli! Siinä. Hei, älä viitti. Onks toi oikeesti tossa? Ei. Mikä se Space Show Match oli äsken? Eikö siinä tullut Space Show Match? Eikö tullutkin? Tuolla. No niin!
Got it. Wow. A pretty butterfly-like image.
Iustitia. Onko jotain oikeuspaska? Latinaksi.
I don't need to use.
Sitten kokeillaan. Onks mulla enempää? Sitten 4 saada vielä. Mites toi? Tääkin on tämmönen butterfly shaped. Saisiko tästä jotenkin niinku ton kuvio prosessoitua?
I don't need to. I don't need to. I don't need to.
Ei varmaan vielä. No, ootellaan, etitään lisää. Elää rissailu kiinni.
The flat of Ms. Larissa Lucan.
Welcome to Larissa Lucan's home. How can I help you?
This is Phoenix Wallace from the Adrianopolis Peace and Security Center. Inform Ms. Lucan that I'm here.
Please hold. Working.
Kato, menikö
Thank you
ykkösen
for your
läpi?
cooperation. Please proceed inside.
Mikäs Tupak tuo oli tuo levy? Taussa kävissä levyn kannessa. Matuska.
Hey. Didn't I see a similar set in Bogdanov's house? Maybe it's
Yeah.
a new trend.
You did see.
Oh, that's real cute. All this old-fashioned romance stuff gives me the heebie-jeebies.
Old-fashioned romance stuff. Kyllä niin älykköjä, ettei mitään romantiikkaa.
Nice color.
On muuten helvetin niinku ruman vihreä sohva, eikä mikään nice color. En ainakaan mitään niinku tyylitajua kehittänyt niinku tähän unioniinsa.
Nice color.
Silleen ei kovin kehittynyt yhteiskuntaa. Hercules Fitness Equipment makes you feel immortal. Ja miksi tää pitää pumpata? Luulisin, että olisi joku lääke siihen, ettei tarvitse pumpata enää.
That must be Ms. Lucan.
Hello, Ms. Lucan.
Who are you?
Oh, I am Senior Officer Phoenix Wallace from the Adrianopolis Peace and Security Center.
What can I do for you, Officer Wallace?
I would like to speak with you regarding urgent peace business.
Oh, I don't know. My sorrow is very deep. Maybe some other time.
Ms. Lucan, I understand your sorrow. But life goes on, and if we are to catch the people responsible for this act of barbarism, we have to move swiftly. I need your assistance.
I don't think you can understand my sorrow. I don't think I can talk in politically correct manners right now. Please, come back later, okay?
Ms. Lucan, I promise I will not be offended by your manners. I just need a few minutes of your time.
Well, okay then. Just for a few minutes, right?
Hyvä toi tommonen.
Yes, just a few questions.
Joku rakastaja kuollut.
Please, sit down.
Sit sille,
Thank you for your patience, Ms. Lucan. I certainly appreciate your time.
Toinen sanoi, että on vähän paha hetki,
You're
että
welcome, but please, let us be brief.
surettaa aika paljon ja sitten ymmärrän, mutta hei, time goes on. No niin, jutella. Hyvää tunnetaitoa täällä Phoenix Voiceilla.
Are you a recent immigrant, Ms. Lucan?
Yes, I immigrated 3 years ago from Russia.
Mikä toi
So you came
seinä
through the immigration center here in
koriste
Adrianopolis?
on tuossa sohvan yläpuolella?
Yes, I did.
Oh, I have security duty in the immigration center. I started a few years back.
Katsokaa, ihan niin kuin tää selkänoja menisi tonne ylöspäin. Mitä helvettiä. Asked if she enjoyed her time at the Immigration Academy. Vaikka. Hänestä
Did you
pitää
enjoy
hyötyä
the
mun
conditions at the
tutkimuksen
academy?
kannalta.
Well, they were much more harder than the conditions I have now. Even more difficult than the conditions I had in Russia. I was a rich woman there, you know.
Yllättävää, että maahanmuuttokeskuksissa on tääkin ihan paska meininki.
It certainly was. My capital had a big influence in my pre-academy HDI score. I still had to pass the exams, and I did, with the help of my poor Vasily.
My poor Vasily. Inquire about security in Russia, asks if she enjoys the living conditions in the world union, asks if she feels safe in the world. No, laitetaan se vaikka.
Do you feel safe here in the Union?
Yes, I do. Never felt this way in Russia.
Are you surprised about feeling safe here?
No, I heard about the peace and tranquility of the Union society, but what I heard was nothing until I have seen it with my very own eyes.
Is Mr. Bogdanov also of Russian origin?
Yes, he is.
So you met him in Russia?
Actually, we met at the
Onko teillä oikeesti ihan sikapitkät jalat näillä ihmisillä? Inquire about her adaptation to the world union laws. Inquire about Bogdanov's visit to Russia. No sitä vaan lisää.
Why would Mr.
Näyttää vaan kauhean pitkiltä noin reisiosat
I
jaloissa.
have no idea.
This is very important for my investigation. Are you sure?
Yes, I am. No idea why he would want to go there.
Did he ever speak about going back to Russia?
No, he did not. To my knowledge, he definitely had no intention of returning. Then again, who knows?
Did he ever visit Russia between now and his graduation from the academy?
To my knowledge, no.
Do you know what Mr. Bogdanov's line of business in Russia was?
To my knowledge, he was in the nuclear waste disposal business. In Russia, they have a big problem with nuclear waste, you know.
So I heard. Nuclear energy is such a dangerous and harmful energy source. I can never understand why rogue states still insist on using it.
Who knows? All I know is I grew up in Belarus, which does not have a history of nuclear disasters like Ukraine. There are plenty of Russians, Belarusians,
Ei mitä sä toikin liittyy yhtään mihinkään.
even Arabs in the academy. But I did not see any Ukrainians. They perhaps failed.
Aha, niin aivan joo.
I'm afraid that is true. Most of our Ukrainian applicants have severe genetic defects, nearly all of them due to genetic mutation caused by radioactivity, mostly inherited from their ancestors.
Kyllä julma maailma.
What did Mr. Bogdanov think of Russia?
He called it the cursed land. He was ever so happy when he passed the final security screening. We knew we were going to get everything that was promised to us while in the academy.
Everything that was promised.
We were told about all the wonders and beauty of the Union during our classes. We could see the skyline of Adrianopolis from our dorm rooms and dream about shopping at the magnificent pyramid. Believe me, it was far more impressive than a full moon.
What was?
The mighty pyramid of Adrianopolis, of course, glowing from a distance.
Well, you should see the one in Washington, D.C. someday.
I was planning to go there with Vasily next year. I think it is time for you to leave, Officer Wallace. I am not feeling very well.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to upset you. I can leave now if you want.
That would be very nice of you, my dear.
Okay. Can we continue some other time?
Certainly, when I feel a little better, perhaps.
Maybe you can talk to your therapist, just to ease things.
I will.
Tai siis ihan hyvä neuvo, mutta tulee jotenkin bluntisti taas, eli vähän tunteettoman sitä.
The next time.
Certainly.
You will get them, won't you?
I assure you, we will.
Yeah.
Poor woman. It must be very difficult to be in her situation. I can't even imagine what she must be going through. I think I handled her all right.
Ja nyt muutama semmoinen vähän tunteeton sutkautus. Mutta mitäs sitten? Mennäänkö tonne Capelloon? Sofia Capello.
That's not Dr. Capello's office. That's not Dr. That's not Dr. Capello. That's not Dr. Oh, darn. Her door computer's malfunctioning.
Okay.
There seems to be no power.
Nyt me voidaan tehdä asioita.
Maybe I can do something to get this thing to work.
Vitsi, jos tuolla on semmonen paskapuusio, niin...
Oh, that fuse is loose. Ouch!
Oho, anteeksi. Ota kiinni, onko sinne sähköä? Electrical control panel.
Here we go.
On kokonaan auki tässä vaan.
Now, how on earth does this thing work?
Sillä, että kun sä painat jotain, niin jossain tapahtuu jotain useammassa kohdassa. Okei. Okay. Ai. Hyvä kysymys, miten tää toimii. Okei. Okei. Ei. Oikeesti tosi hyvä kysymys, miten tää toimii. Mikä tässä on logiikka? Aha. Tapahtuko jotain? Mitä vittu? What? Meni ainakin meikä aivoita ihan täysin ohi toi.
There seems to be no power. There seems to be...
Okei, nyt meillä ei ole yhtään boweria. Siis me voidaan laittaa tää kiinni.
Finally, that's out of the way. Let's see if I can figure out the other.
figure out what fucking other. Pitääkö nyt laittaa vielä niinku sähköt päälle?
Here we go.
No miten tuo sähköt laitetaan? Noin ei saanut tehdä. Okei, kahta ei voi ottaa täysin päälle. Jotain tapa. Let's see if this works.
There seems to be no power.
No miten? Okei. Kapellossa ei ole nyt
That's not Dr.
poweria. Ei.
Here we.
Jos kapellossa ei nyt poweria, niin mitä mun pitää tehdä? Mitä tässä pitää tehdä? Mikä tässä on se logiikka?
Let's see if this works.
Ei mitään mikä section toi olevinaan toi. Tää kapello.
There seems to be.
Onko sulla jotain vinkkiä heittää tää? Now I have 3 butterfly image and the word Iustitia that looks like Latin, but what was it doing in my PA? I'm pretty sure I didn't download it. And what if? No, it can't be spam. Nobody has suffered through that garbage in the World Union for the last 10 years. Now I have 3 butterfly images and they all seem to show a beautiful butterfly from different perspectives. Hey, maybe I can reconstruct them in 3D. I think it's time to flex the muscles of my office network node. Ai nytkö mä pystyn sit tekemään? Okay. Well, I suppose it's immigrant thinking to be so dramatic after an incident like this. Mitä vittu? Aika tunteita. I understand Miss Lukin's pain, but she didn't need to be so obviously emotional. Why would I care? Anyhow, I should call her before visiting in order to avoid another outburst from her. Tää on muuttunut aika tunteettomaksi tää yhteiskunta täällä. I hate tinkering with electronic circuits, but I have to find a way to activate Dr. Capello's greeter assistant. I think I need to set the control panel back to its original settings once I figure out the problem. So originally the settings are 3rd, 4th, 6th and 9th. Okay. 3, 4, 6, 9. 3, 4 ja 6, 9. Huumorinumero loppuu. 3, 4, 6, 9. Maistus 34, 6, 9 päällekkäin.
Here we go.
3, 4. 3, 4. Eikö se nyt 3, 4, 6, 9?
Let's see if this works.
No pakkohan sen on toimia.
Yes, got it.
Thank oh god oh.
Welcome to Sophia Capello's office. How can I help you?
This is Phoenix Wallace from the Adrianopolis Peace and Security Center. Inform Dr. Capello that I am here.
Officer Wallace, You do not have a valid appointment at this time.
Aina tää sama dialogi.
Inform Dr. Capello that this is regarding official peace business.
Please hold. Working.
You may enter.
Thank you for your cooperation. Please
Aina
proceed
sama
inside.
dialogi. Käsittämätöntä.
78. Not bad at all. She must really know how to make the people share their inner self. That's a little too strange for my taste.
Onks toi niinku S niinku Sofia? Jos on, niin on kyllä tosi nolo. Ovi. Siinä.
Interesting ornament. I like the effects. There she is, Dr. Capello. Interesting sculpture. I wonder what it represents. I think it would make a great gift for Sandra, for obvious reasons.
Ai sen takia, kun se on fallistinen symboli, se voi käyttää sitä diodana vai mikä juttu?
What a fantastic work of art. The smooth
tosi kateellinen, kun siellä
atmosphere
Sandralla on miehiä.
is so relaxed. It suits the environment perfectly. Wow.
Upea toimisto, kyllä täytyy myöntää.
I wish I had one in my dull apartment. It would certainly lighten it up.
Tää on kyllä jotenkin semmoinen, että mun elämä on paskaa Ei tässä ikään kuin tavallaan paskaa mutta vähän sikään kaikilla mulla on vähän hienompia juttuja.
Dr. Capello, let me introduce myself. I'm Phoenix Wallace, a senior security officer from the Peace and Security Center.
Welcome. Please do sit down, Miss Wallace. I guess this is regarding Mr. Bogdanov.
I'm afraid it is, ma'am. Can I ask you a couple of questions?
Certainly.
Voinko mä kyskää sulta vähän kysymyksiä? Formaalina mennä.
Dr. Capello, thank you for seeing me on such short notice. I will not take too much of your time.
You're welcome. How can I
On
be
muuten
of
tosi
help?
ruman värinen hame tuolla kapellolla. Ei sovi yhtään tuohon paitaan. Toi paitakin on oikeastaan ihan kauhean värinen. Inquire about Bogdanov's NGO duties. Bogdanov's visit Russia. Milloin sä näit Bogdanov?
When did you last see Mr. Bogdanov?
It's been 3 weeks since
Onkin
I've
housut
seen
muuta,
Mr.
eikö me?
Bogdanov.
Tai
I
hame.
cancelled a couple of appointments and did not reschedule.
Siis ite en tykkää tosta väriyhdistelmästä. Jokuhan voi tykätä ja se on
He
ihan
told me
fine.
he had pressing business affairs.
Were you alarmed when he did not reschedule?
Tämmöisissä futuristisissa peleissä vaatteet ja kaikki muuta on aina hienoja, kun ne ei oikeesti kovin hienosti. Tai niinku
Is it normal for a patient
oo kovin
to cancel
futuristisia ja
appointments and
hienoja.
never reschedule?
Pelintekijät vasta sitä kuvittelee, että kun laittaa jotain reikiä vaatteisiin, niin ne on futuristisia.
I have to remind you that I was Mr. Bogdanov's first real therapist. All his previous ones were computer-controlled wizard programs. I thought that he was still getting used to dealing with a real therapist.
Vai se näinkin olla?
Was Mr. Bogdanov's physical condition affecting his sex life?
How could it possibly not?
Can you describe his limitations?
No, I could not. You need to ask that to one of his sexual partners.
No ei muuta kuin Larissa Lukinilua.
So, are you originally from Adrianopolis?
No, I'm not. I'm from the Apennines.
Oh, so you're Italian.
So I am. Is this relevant to your investigation?
No ei kyllä oo, kunhan kysellä vaan.
No, it isn't. But I've always been fascinated by
Ai
Italian men.
saakeli.
What makes them tick?
You know, many other women are fascinated too.
What makes them
But they
tick?
don't come around and
Mamma.
ask me questions about Italian men prior to a psychological service contract.
Did Mr. Bogdanov have any partners other than Miss Lucan?
Actually, yes. He was involved with this teacher at the Child Development Center.
Do you know her name?
Yes. I believe her name was Katina Stavropoulos.
Can you tell me about his relationship with this woman?
I can tell you what I know. Being a teacher at the CDC, Miss Stavropoulos had strong maternal instincts. She could compare Mr. Bogdanov's frustrations to her own students' growing pains. I think she perceived Mr. Bogdanov as a child that was trying to imitate adults of the World Union. She wanted to care for him as she would have cared for one of her own children at the CDC.
Do you think Mr. Bogdanov benefited from this care?
It seems to me like he did. He desperately needed attention, and plenty was given. I realize now that he had never experienced that type of attention before.
Do you mean while he was in Russia? As a child growing up?
Precisely.
Okay.
I don't think I should
Goodbye.
take any more of your time today, Dr. Capello. Can we continue later?
Sure, as you wish.
Thanks for all your help.
You're welcome.
So Bogdanov had a love interest at the Child Development Center. PA, add Adrianopolis Child Development Center to my navigation map.
Joo. Tehdään vielä puhelimella tommonen juttu, että... Noin. Niin sitten. Roger Arnettin luona ei oo käyty myöskään.
It's getting late, and I'm beat.
It's getting late and I'm beat. Just beat it, beat it, beat it. Eikö niin mä lupasin nähdä sen Sandra? Cassandra, Alessandra, mikä oliko?
What should I wear?
Nämä on ihan hyvät. Eikä mennä.
I need to get going, or else I'm going to be late for my meeting with Sandra.
Koko ajan. Cafe Rose.
Hi, Sandra.
Well, hello, dear. What's up, Ms. Private Eye?
Oh, will you stop calling me that? I'm not a private investigator.
Lighten up, Phoebe. I'm just teasing you. Really, how are you?
I feel sort of dizzy. Too many things happened today.
Dizzy? You probably caught some nasty sickness from one of those immigrants down at your office.
Oh, don't be so crude.
Vähän
The immigration
kasuaalia
applicants
rasismia
all
tohon
get
väliin.
decontaminated prior to entering the compound. They're certainly cleaner than we are.
On kyllä sairas
You don't
yhteiskunta
believe
tää.
that, do you?
Sandra, get on with it.
Gossip about the Renegade Academy student.
Sandra, I witnessed the freakiest thing. I still can't believe what I think I saw.
Let me guess. One of your stinky immigrants on the cover of Cosmo Online?
No, Sandra. Can't you be serious for 1 minute? I really want to share something with you.
Oh, I love it when you get defensive like this.
On tosi hauska ollainen
Tell
tyyppi.
me, what did you see?
I saw one of the Immigration Academy students in the Union side of the Academy Gardens. Of course, he was not supposed to be lurking around there, so I chased after him. Then, as I was about to catch him, he walked right through an iron gate.
So, did you go through the gate made of iron as well?
Actually, no. I smacked into the gate and fell on my ass.
No, poor baby. That'll teach you not to mess around with illegal mind-altering drugs and alcohol.
Well, thanks, Sandra. Thanks for the support.
Ja kun toi sanoi Sandra on hauska. Ei vaikuta kovin hauskalta tyypiltä.
You wouldn't believe the case that came my way.
What? Another stinky nutcase trying to make his way into the World Union?
Nothing like that. This case is much more intriguing.
Intriguing. Sounds secretive. Can't wait to hear all the details.
I have a murder case to solve.
A murder? You've got to be joking.
Would I joke about a murder?
Come on, you've pulled my leg before. Wait a minute. You're serious, aren't you?
Of course I am.
But I haven't heard anything about a murder on the news.
The case is being kept confidential by judge's orders.
I can't believe it. Here? In Adrianopolis?
No, in Russia. A Union citizen named Vasily Bogdanov was murdered in Odessa.
Where the hell is Odessa?
It's a port city on the Black Sea. You want to know about this murder case, don't you?
Sure, tell me all the gory details.
Well, the man was murdered with a firearm.
What is a firearm? Some kind of stick on fire?
No, my dear. A firearm is a weapon that was used almost a century ago. In these archaic weapons, an explosion takes place in a tiny chamber, and a small metal piece, called a bullet, is projected at high speed towards a target.
Oh, Phoenix. You went into your long, drawn-out explanation mode again. Can you tell me what it is in simple terms?
Okay. A firearm makes a lot of noise, causes a lot of pain, and can kill you.
Oh, one of those barbaric pain-inflicting weapons. What was he doing in a rogue state anyway?
I don't know yet, but he used to own the thing store at the pyramid. Do you know him?
No, I don't.
Gossip about psychiatrist Larissa. No vittu, kyllä täällä on
I
kaikista.
met this psychiatrist today. It was a strange encounter.
Oh, tell me about it. I didn't know you were seeing a psychiatrist.
I'm not, you silly. You know I can't afford one. This is the psychiatrist of the dead guy.
Oh, his psychiatrist. You mean he could afford one?
Apparently, yes. At least he could afford one recently. It was my first face-to-face encounter with a shrink. She was nice and helpful.
Those shrinks can be very tough to talk to. Remember when I was dating that psychiatrist, Herman Schuster? I couldn't have a conversation with him. He would shut me out in a very politically correct way. I suspect he was only after my body. Can't blame him, can you?
Sandra, I refuse to comment on that.
You're lucky that the dead guy's shrink was willing to talk to you.
Mä oon aika varma, että näitä kaikkia keskusteluja ei tarvitsisi kuunnella. Mutta mennään nyt läpi.
Oh, Sandra, we are so lucky.
Are you talking about lucky in love?
No. Why do you have to make a joke about everything? I'm referring to an even more basic need, the need for security. Larissa Lukin told me about the chaos and crime and all the other bad things that are prevalent in Russia.
Well, what did you expect from a rogue state? Wake up and smell the flowers.
Don't you feel lucky that we're living in such a tranquil and stable society?
I don't believe it has anything to do with luck, dear. After all, if those rogue staters had better HDIs, they wouldn't have such fundamental problems. We're simply superior individuals, and that's why our union is supreme.
Regardless, my tough, thick-skinned friend, I feel lucky.
Aika oikeesti tuntuu vihaava toisia. Kiva, kiva.
Things are very complex in this murder case, Sandra. Now I have to find this peace officer impersonator.
An impersonator? Tell me more.
Alethea Cordoba claims that a peace officer came to the thing store before me and asked about Bogdanov.
Hey, maybe that young Central American who works with you was snooping around. What was his name again? Don Juan?
Don Juan. Yeah, right. Really funny. No, it wasn't Julio. Alethea was very descriptive and
Tosi huono englantia toi no, it wasn't Julio. Sit puuttuu pilkkuja tauotuspuheesta.
Oh, yeah.
Jos sen tolleen haluaa sanoa.
Dagmar the Cruel.
I told you not to call her that. She is not cruel. She's just not very personable, that's all.
Whatever. I just don't like her manners. Not politically correct at all.
No sinäkö oot poliittisesti korrekti?
Julius is driving me crazy.
Why? What did he do now?
He hid my key and threw away my PA. I was fortunate enough to find my PA, but no luck with the key. I had to pull a trick that I saw in an old movie to access my stuff.
I don't understand why anybody in your office is putting up with him.
Well, it is said that he saved the life of a director during a riot in the early days of the academy.
I know all about that, but it still doesn't explain why he's still an academy student who never pays. How old is he now?
I don't know, but he looks ancient. and nothing he says makes sense anymore. I think he's going senile.
Hey, could Chief Dagmar be having an affair with old Julius? Maybe
Aivan,
that's why he's still
varmasti.
sweeping the floors.
Oh, Sandra. Do you really think Chief Morrison would sleep with a janitor?
Why not? Maybe he's got something we don't know about.
Like a huge horse cock.
Sandra, I met this cool lawyer today. He was just your type.
A lawyer? Who's just my type? What's the man's name? Maybe I know him already.
His name is Douglas D. Anderson. He has a posh office in the business district.
You mean the Douglas D. Anderson?
You know him?
Sure. He's one of the most prestigious lawyers in Adrianopolis.
And guess who one of his clients used to be?
No. Don't tell me.
Yes, him, Mr. Bogdanov.
He's one of the most expensive. How could your dead Russian immigrant have afforded him?
Beats me, but I will figure it out soon.
Was he hot?
Yeah, he was all right. Blue eyes, blonde hair, has a nice bob.
So, are you going to see this hunk of a lawyer again?
I think so. I will certainly have more questions for him.
I'm not talking about questioning him. I'm talking about getting in his pants.
Sandra, you are so crude. Why can't you keep sex off your mind for longer than 30 seconds? Want to join me the next time when I pay him an official visit? You could pose as my assistant.
Get out of here. I'll meet him at one of my parties. I'll have to arrange for a lawyer's only party. Then I can see this hunk for myself.
Oh, I met the most naive girl in town today. I wonder if she'll be any
Menee
help
ton
in solving
tyypin
my case.
jalat ton
Naive?
pöydän jalan läpi tuo takan.
In the sweet and stupid way. Under different circumstances, I would have found her to be really cute. But from an investigative point
Tuolla
of
näkyy
view,
tuo
I think her
oikein.
contributions will be very vague and limited.
So what's this airhead's
Kivulias
name?
asento istua.
Her name is Alethea Cordoba. And I didn't call her an airhead. She just seems a little too innocent, that's all.
Well, you may need to disregard most of her comments. She might mislead you without even being aware of it. If I were you, I wouldn't waste my time on her.
I don't know about that, Sandra. She may know important facts about the case and not even be aware of them. And it's my job to pry them out of her.
Mites toi Lukin, pystyykö siitä niinku enemmänkin?
Oh, did I tell you how the dead guy and his preferred partner met?
No.
Näin mä.
Was it a match made in the Immigration Academy?
Yes. How did you know?
Just a guess. Oh, I can't imagine. Meeting a sexual partner in a dirt hole like the Immigration Academy? Just the thought of it gives me the creeps. How can one think about sexual urges in such a filthy environment?
What are you talking about? It's an immaculate place. The immigration applicants are to keep it spotless, or else they all fail.
Get out of here. What about the immigrants themselves? Don't tell me they're immaculate. Immaculate my ass.
Sandra, do you find our pyramid fascinating?
Well, I find the shops in the pyramid fascinating. But as far as I'm concerned, they need to change the shape of it.
Oh yeah? To what?
How about a heart?
Oh, quit it. Anyhow, Larissa Lukin thinks it is the greatest thing since sliced bread. She fantasizes about it, like you fantasize about your men.
Well, I guess it would be quite impressive for an immigrant.
She told me they would watch it from their dorm rooms in the academy and dream of shopping inside, as if it was something unreachable.
So, did she think it was going to do backflips or something?
Oh, Sandra, you really can be so heartless at times. You can't imagine how quickly the rumors are spreading with the Bogdanov case.
Let me guess. He wasn't murdered. He died of overexertion.
Overexertion? During exercise or something?
Yes, sort of. As in, he had a heart attack while booming.
Sandra, get your head out of the gutter.
Booming.
Phoenix, I was just trying to have some fun. So, was I right?
No, on the contrary. Some people think he was sliced and diced for his flesh and organs.
Oh, how gross. Where did you hear this from?
The girls on the floor at the thing store, of course.
Phoenix, I don't know. How are you going to rely on any information from those three? I'm sure you'll be hearing more rumors from them. You had a rough day, didn't you, Phoebe?
Yeah, I guess you could say that.
Tell you what, there's this great party tonight, and I'm gonna take you there so you could forget about life for a while.
Wait a minute. Just what kind of party are you talking about? Is this
Huumejuhlat.
one of the parties that you organize to promote promiscuity?
Well, you know me. I'm full of surprises.
But Sandra, I stick out like a sore thumb at those parties. They're not my style.
Lighten up, Phoenix. Didn't anybody tell you it's fashionable to be promiscuous? Besides, you might get lucky. What do you say?
Okay, I give in. Let's go and try to forget about life for a while.
Eihän se kun huumeet nassuu ja menoksi.
What a party that was. I think I need a week to recuperate.
Ai.
My head hurts from all that noise.
Ai ne piletti jo. Ai, okei. Okay. Ei sit. Kumaa ja krapulasta töihin. Klassikko. Eihän se kun vähän OSHita koneistoa ja dataprosessoi. Voinko mä nyt tehdä 3 imagesta jotain? Kovasti ainakin sössötti jotain semmoista. Now I have 3 butterfly images and they all seem to show a beautiful butterfly from different perspectives. Hey, maybe I can reconstruct them in 3D. Well, I suppose it's immigrant thing. Ei oo mitään ihmeistä. Niin, no mites nää pitää laittaa tänne? Tässä voi tehdä helvetin kuva. Mä en suostu tekee 3 kuvasta mitään. 4 tähän pitää olla. Ei voi 2 samaa laittaa. En mä tiedä. Miten se selittää, että voi kuka tehdä jotain? Kun ei voi. Ei voi! Sama.
I don't need.
Boop.
I don't need to use. That's not my. It's time. There. All done.
Kun on immersio, kun voi tuollaisia raportteja. Mihin me mennään? Mä en päässyt ikinä tänne asti. Juma, Milano Fashion. Kovan näköistä muotia, kyllä täytyy myöntää.
Beautiful clothing material.
Ja ne materiaali voi olla kaunista, mutta kuvio on ihan kauhea. Ja niin kuin olisi mummolassa oksentanut verhoihin.
A giant logo of Mr. Arnett's. Wow, very impressive.
Wow, vittu jossain koko lattiamatossa on logo. On se jännää, se on jännää saatana tää elämä täällä unionissa. Kes kiidutustuoli toi.
It's an advertisement flyer.
Okay. Epilaser flyer. The flyer of a wet, dry hair removal device from Arnett's salon.
It's an advertisement for a laser hair removing device, which can be used wet or dry. It's hard to imagine people using sticky wax in order to remove unwanted hair. Ouch.
Which way do you prefer to get rid of your unwanted hair? Ensinnäkin, miten niin unwanted? Ja sitten toisekseen, onko joku epilaattori näiden niinku yhteiskunnan hienoimpia keksintöjä, mikä paha, meilläkin on epilaattori vuodessa 2023. Toki toi näyttää, että ei tarvinnut ladata. No recharging, että siinä on loppumaton akku. Tai sit siinä on barista, että sitä ei vaan... Se kerrottiin tälleen kauniisti kierrellä. On vähän raskasta vaikuttaa se, että menee siihen nätisti ympyrään.
Those are called design stations. They have the necessary computer-aided design tools for image making.
Ai, okei. Okay.
Hi, I'm Senior Officer Phoenix Wallace from the Adrianopolis Peace and Security Center. I was looking for Mr. Arnett.
Mr. Arnett is not available at this moment?
And you are?
Oh, my name is Gladys Castle, and I'm Mr. Arnett's assistant.
Well, Ms. Castle, I'm here for official business, and I need to talk to Mr. Arnett.
As I told you, he is not available right now. Would you like to make an appointment for a later time?
No. Let me remind you that I am a peace officer on official business. I suggest you tell Mr. Arnett to make time for me.
Are you an employee of the GPSN?
Yes, I told you that I was.
Just wanted to make sure. Well, I regret to inform you that you cannot see Mr. Arnett, even for official business, unless he agrees to see you. And he specifically instructed me not to disturb him for anything.
He has no choice. This involves an active case.
It does not matter, Officer Wallace. You see, the World Class Image Makers Association, otherwise known as WEMA, the organization that Mr. Arnett is affiliated with, has a special agreement with the GPSN. According to this agreement, a GPSN officer cannot insist on meeting a senior member of WEMA.
That sounds like bullshit to me. Get out of my way. I need to talk to him.
I'm going to disregard your foul language at this time, but if you insist on seeing Mr. Arnett, I'm going to have to report you to WEMA, and they will directly deal with your immediate supervisor at the GPSN. I suggest you check your company rules.
I see. You're serious. I would like to make an appointment with Mr. Arnett.
And is this about an image makeover?
You know I'm not here for an image makeover.
Oh. But you should be, Officer Wallace. I can tell. You desperately need a new image.
Is that supposed to be a compliment?
Oh, no. The compliments come after our awesome image makeovers. Shall I sign you up for one?
I don't wish to have an image makeover. I merely wish to speak to Mr. Arnett.
In that case, let me check the appointment database. He is available for you on Monday, 4 weeks from now.
But I cannot wait 4 weeks. Please inform him that this is very urgent. It involves a former client of his.
I just cannot disturb him, Officer Wallace. Do you want to make an appointment?
All right, but please tell me if there's an opening available sooner.
Of course I will.
Thank you.
Is there no respect for peace officers in our society? She didn't even take me seriously.
Okei. Eikä tää bugannut tähän. Jostain tää kamera vaan pyörii. Okei, cool.
I should talk to his assistant first.
Siitä ei oo apua. Okei, tässä ei oo mitään hyötyä. Kenenkaan me mennään juttelemaan. Mennään tuonne Child Development Centeriin. Ai saakeli viestiä pukkaa.
Hey, you don't call me anymore. Is it so difficult to open your PA and select me from the contact list?
Sorry, Sandra. This case is draining all my energy.
I know. Well, I'm gonna treat you to dinner tonight, okay?
What's the occasion? My birthday was 3 months ago.
I know that. I want to hear the latest about your case, that's all.
Oh, I see. Are you trying to bribe a peace officer?
Yes, I am.
Well, at least you're honest.
You know me, babe. Around 8 at the cafe?
Sure. See ya.
Hei, me nähtiin eilen. Niin, ei nyt koko ajan tarvitse olla soittelemassa. Mitäs tää sanoo näistä muista? Larissa Lukin. What an emotional mess. Are all rogue state women like you? Jos joku läheinen on kuollut, niin kai se nyt saatana saa itkeä. These ducks, they think they know it all. Then again, we are not amused. So, there. Gladys Castle. What a creep. Plays hard though. Comes with the line of business, I suppose. Okei, tää on aika terveistä geenit, 95 pinnaa. Mun pitää muistaa, mitäs jos mä soittelen? Mä soitan tuolla.
I don't need to talk to her right.
Okei. Ei voi edes soitella huvikseen kaikille.
Oh, what a cutie.
Mä katson, että se on joku mummo. Ei se vissiin ollut kuin joku cutie. Mitäs muuta täällä on? Saatana Gloveni-maalaus. Ei sielläköhän mummokin voi olla cutie, ei siinä nyt semmoiseen linjalle lähdetä. Kuitenkin.
It's edible Play-Doh. I used to love these.
Syöppänyt aikuisenakin vähän sitä.
I think I'm too old to play with these.
Ei, ikä on numero. Saatana. Ai jäykkiä nää ihmiset. Jos mä laittaa tohon jotain bashka. Bashka. Tuo vaikka. Bashka. En voi laittaa bashka. Bashka. Joo, no mennään juttelemaan sillä cutie-mummolle. Cutie pie. Hei, tohon päästä olleen. Alright.
Assorted candies. How appetizing.
Mikä kun ei kirsikka nami maistu? Eikö siellä muuta voi tehdä?
I don't much like gum myself, but maybe that little girl will want it.
Voi Jeesus Kristus sentään niinku... Nyt se nappasi sen siitä, kun meni pois tosta ruudusta, mutta kun oli siinä ruudussa, sitä ei pystynyt nappaamaan. Oho. Sitten mä vaan äänetetään Mouse 2 vai?
Hi cutie, how are you?
Kunnon asikset jalassa. Tähän on kyllä kopsattu noita kenkälogoja ihan häpeilemättä. No ei tää kyllä mikään mummo tainnut olla.
I was just being friendly.
Friendly, huh? You adults never know how to address the younger ones like me. Only our teachers here at the Child Development
Upea toi piirros, missä lukee toi Your ad here.
Fine. I apologize for my misconduct. By the way, you have a very special tattoo on your forehead.
I want to be an arrivee when I grow up. Our teachers here are preparing all of us as potential arrivees of the future. Did you know that?
Of course I do. One day long ago, I was a student here myself. Anyhow, respected 5th grader, I am here to see Ms. Kati Stavropoulos.
Ms. Stavropoulos is not available at the moment. Would you like to leave a message?
But I need to see her right away, young lady. I am a peace officer and...
Hey! What did I say about addressing me appropriately?
Oh, pardon me. Anyhow, I am here for official peace business. Please inform Ms. Stavropoulos that she has a visitor from the Peace Center.
I've already told you. She's not available.
Wow, that's an insistent little kid. Maybe I should try another approach.
My dear, respected 5th grader, how about some candy?
Sure, but it depends on the flavor.
Here, try this. I think you'll enjoy it.
Hey, this isn't kiwi flavored. Forget it. If it's not kiwi flavored, I don't want it.
Oh god.
Kiwi flavored candy. Darn, I don't think they have it in the dispenser. Huh. I remember writing an essay just like that when I was her age.
Why do you love the
never change?
World Union? I love our union very much because it saved us from neurosis. It saved us from biological family members. We don't have mothers and fathers to spoil and ignore us. We are cared by our teachers. They used to be sick. We are not sick anymore. We are all healthy. Old generation was sick. We are not. There are poor people, but we are not poor. We have all the rights. As children, we are important. We are valuable. We will be successful and pay our debts. We childrens all live together. We all have fun together here. We learn many things from a... We learn many things? Miten voi tehdä tommosen kirjoitusvirheitä ja laittaa learning tee? We will be safe and secure all the time. We can all become arrivees if we study and work very hard. When I grow up, I want to be a fashion designer, and I will make fashion that will change everybody, like my baby dolls here. I love our union because of all these reasons. Jennifer York, 7 years old. Structure 78%, coherence 89%, correct words 64%. Täytyy myöntää, että oli aika paska kieli pitää Jenniferillä tässä kyllä. Overall score top 5%. Jumalauta, jos tämmöisellä pääsee kakkosluokalla pitkälle, niin mä olisin tuolla joku jumala tuolla saakuti unionissa. Annapa kiivinaa minua. Ei oo kiiviä. Ei oo kiiviä. Ei oo kiivi. Ei oo kiivi. Ei oo kiivi. Miten me tehdään kiiviä? Appelsiinia.
Assorted candies.
Ja.
I don't much like gum myself. I already have a candy.
No, I already have a candy. Ei tainnut mennä läpi.
Now listen, respected.
Miten täältä saa kiiviä? Pitääkö yhdistää jotain? Vattu on hyvä.
Assorted candy. I don't much.
Vittu tuottaa tuo hitaasti.
I already have a candy.
Niin ei voi olla kuin yksi candy kerran. Niin mun pitää laittaa sitä satana Play-Doh paskaa tähän. No niin. Otetaanko homma lyyti kirjoittaa?
Maybe I can.
Mistä mä en tiedä mikä on kiivin makusta.
I don't think I have the right color yet.
Onks tästä nyt jotain vihjeitä?
I don't think I have the right color yet.
Nyt on mun mielestä hyvä kiiviväri.
Aha! Now I got you, you little brat.
Eli laitettiin niinku syötävää muovailuvahaa, jossa ei todennäköisesti ole mitään makua. Ihan vaan, sit saatiin vihreätä. Sitten laitettiin... No aika värit ei yleensä kyllä muutu ehkä ihan tolleen. Sitten laitettiin vielä vadelman makuinen karkki sinne. Ja se on nyt kiiviä. Hei, veti hyvä. Kiivicandy. Disgusting looking candy and Play-Doh mix. Ei muuta kuin lapsen nielu vaan.
My dear, respected fifth grader. How about some candy?
Sure, but it depends on the flavor.
Well, I bet you'll like this one. Here, try it.
All right. I love kiwi.
And while you enjoy your candy, would it be possible for me to talk to Ms. Stavropoulos?
I suppose so. I think she's on a break. Let me page her.
Yes! Got it.
Lasta kusetettu. Nice.
Miss Stavropoulos?
On kyllä aika jämäkät vaatteet tollakin.
I am Phoenix Wallace.
Vähän tommoista niinku 70-luvun henkeä näitten kamoissa.
Hello. How can I help you?
Miss Stavropoulos?
Just call me Katie, please.
Oh, of course, Katie. I understand that you're a close companion of Mr. Vasily Bogdanov?
Yes, Vasily and I are sexual partners. Why do you ask? Is there a problem?
I'm afraid that I have some devastating news for you. Do sit down and I will explain.
Please, tell me what it is. I don't want to sit down.
Unfortunately, Mr. Bogdanov is dead.
He's dead? What do you mean he's dead? How did it happen? Please, tell me.
I regret to report that he was murdered.
Murdered? He was murdered? How can that be possible? We put so much effort into raising our young. We nurture and guide them so that they can become responsible and productive citizens of the system, so that such atrocities should never happen. Are you telling me our system has failed to protect one of its citizens?
Actually, Katie, it happened in the city of Odessa, in a Russian rogue state.
Oh, those barbarians. I'm somewhat relieved that it did not happen on our soil. What am I to do without my dear Vasily?
No, se on sooloseksin aika. Eikä siinä muuta.
Did you know Mr. Bogdanov was going
Siitä
to
uusi
Russia?
kumppani.
No. I've had no contact with Vasily in the last couple of weeks. I had no idea that he was traveling to Russia.
Do you know why he might have traveled there?
Well, of course, Vasily was Russian. But he never mentioned any plans to me of going back there.
Was there something wrong between you two?
As a matter of fact, there was. We began to quarrel.
Did you often quarrel?
I believe that you are becoming too personal, and I'd rather not discuss it now.
I know this is very difficult for you. I think I'll just come back another day. Is that all right?
Sure. As you wish.
Thanks for your help.
Glad to be of service to the system.
Poor woman. She looked shaken, yet she appeared calm and controlled. It's a good thing I didn't push her too much the first time.
Siis nyt se on huolissaan Toni jostain emotional stateista, mutta siis se luki niin sille vittuille, että nainen itkee, kun mies on kuollut. Ai käsittämätöntä. Mitään tolkkua tässä pelissä. Ei johdonmukaisuutta. Mihin me mennään? Mennään vaikka Lukinille pitää soittaa ennen kuin menee sinne. Mennään Capello.
It's getting late.
It's getting late. Ai niin, ja pitää mennä sen saatanan Alessandran kanssa syömään.
A message from Jean-Michel. I haven't heard from him in a while. He must be needy or something. Otherwise he wouldn't invite me. Whatever.
Hello babe, how about you treat me for dinner tonight at Chez Pierre? See you then. No thanks, mulla on treffit Alessandran kanssa. Vaihda vaan vaatteet. Otetaan toi räväkkä yläasmekko. Tää on kyllä joku bilemekko, ei mennä sillä. Toikin on vähän jotenkin tuodetaan kunnon teknoreivi mennä. Toi näyttää siltä, että tää on ihan johonkin niinku armeija. Mennään tolle. Kontaktista. Jean-Michel Fremont. Isn't he cool and handsome? Talks too much lately, but hey, he isn't for talking. Tämmönen panopuu siinä. Alessandra.
I'm certain she already made plans for tonight. No point in calling her now.
Eikö sit jumalauta pyytänyt mua sinne kahville? Syömään. Ai sitten.
I don't need to talk to him right now.
I just need to fuck him. Hei, nyt. Mihin tää nyt menee?
I need to get going, or else I'm gonna be late for my meeting with Sandra.
No, mitä?
Hi,
Ja mä koitin soittaa sinne. Et
Hey
vaan tulossa.
girl, where have you been? Have you been working too hard again?
No. Well, maybe. A little. Ugh, I don't know. How are you?
Well, I'm great, but you look exhausted. And you could definitely use a drink. So let's order something.
That's a fantastic idea. I'll have a mind-altering drink.
How about a La Jolla Ocean Breeze?
That sounds
Hei, tähän asuun kuuluu tommosia
had
tähtiä
a rough
poskessa,
day.
cool. Ihan kivan näköinen. Gossip about the annoying child.
Oh, Sandra, I don't know what to make of this new generation.
Yllätys,
They're a
nuoriso on
bunch of
pilalle.
ungrateful little bastards.
Ai, kova
Are you
kieltä.
referring to the girls at the Things store again?
No, I'm talking about some little 12-year-old at the Child Development Center.
Tunteisiin mennyt kyllä.
She had a make-believe arrivee tattoo on her forehead and an attitude of a real arrivee.
What did she do?
Well, she was sitting in for the receptionist, and she wouldn't let me see anyone until I gave her a reward of her own choosing.
Oh, is that right? That's the attitude I would want my own child to have. Do you know whose investment she is?
I have no idea, but she had such a chip on her shoulder. It must have been someone with an HDI of at least 80.
Well, whomever it is, if that girl is as clever as she is ambitious, she'll return all the investment made on her by the time she turns 20.
Sandra, what do you know about WEMA?
WEMA as in World Image Makers Association?
Yes, that's the one.
They are an independent power group with very strong political connections. Why do you ask?
Well, I went to see Bogdanov's image maker, Roger Arnett, and...
That stinky immigrant was seeing Roger Arnett?
Evidently he was. But I wasn't even allowed to speak with Mr. Arnett, because his abrasive assistant wouldn't let me go anywhere near him. She even implied that I could be sued for violating my own company rules. Can you believe that?
Oh, yes. I can believe that. WEMA has very strong ties to the GPSN. I never understood the relationship between the two, but I know that image makers from WEMA are playing an important role in our society.
I know that, but it doesn't give this assistant the right to be politically incorrect.
Well, my dear, get used to it. All of those associated with WEMA are known to be rather politically incorrect.
I went to my old school today. Every time I go there, I feel so weird.
Why do you feel weird?
It's just that I have flashbacks of unpleasant memories.
Oh, sweetie. We all have to deal with those. Just push them out of your mind.
You make it sound so easy.
Well, all right. I guess I did not have a rough childhood like you. Anyway, why did you go there?
To meet this teacher, who was the murdered immigrant's love interest.
Ooh, now you've got my attention. Did she give you any vivid details of their lustful encounters?
Oh, God.
You know that kind of information is confidential. I can't share any of the details with you.
Come on, Phoenix. I've heard you go into confidential details before. Why is this case any different?
It just is. Oh, it's getting late, Sandra. I need to leave
tuu
now.
bileisiin vielä.
What's the rush?
I have to meet Jean-Michel for dinner.
Tai
that
puhutaan
right?
tupladeitit.
So, how are things going with the tall Marine?
Fine, I suppose.
You say that about all the men you date. You know, you gotta go into these relationships with a positive attitude.
I know, but I can't help it. Maybe there's something wrong with me.
There's nothing wrong with you, Phoenix. You're just taking life too seriously.
I'm not taking life too seriously. I just can't seem to find the right partner.
What are you talking about, Phoenix? What's this right partner crap? Didn't they teach you at school? Men and women are selfish creatures, and there is no such thing as the right partner. Every partner is right, provided he or she has a healthy genetic makeup.
But I haven't felt comfortable with any of the men I've seen yet. They just don't feel right for some reason.
I think you're expecting too much. They're just men. Go on. Have some fun with Jean-Michel.
Voisiko olla, että sä et tykkää miehistä, tykkäät vaikka naisista?
Hi.
Tai
What's up?
Kaikesta siitä väliltä.
Starving. Let's order something.
Saanko me tilata
How about your
ruokaa?
favorite pizza?
Sure.
Ei pizzaa. Jotain muuta kuin pizzaa. Aina pizzaa kaikki on. Kysytään nyt eka vähän töistä.
Any activity on the border lately?
Todella jämäkkä asu tuolla taustalla olevalla
On the Eastern Front.
Are you
naisella.
expecting anything?
Negative. We are not expecting any activity in the
Ja
short.
tuolla vasta onkin jämäkkä paita.
and in the
Puvun
long.
takia se on leopardikaulukset,
You're that
sitten joku
sure?
tommonen käärmeenahkapaito melkein. No ei
We
ookaan.
can challenge the mighty Union Army.
That sounds like a Holovision
Aika
quiz
kova
show
yhdistelmä.
question.
Well, you know what I mean.
Mitkä noi niinku hauistoppaukset tossa? Onko se niinku taskut?
States are weaker than
Ei
ever.
semmosia kyynärpäätoppauksia, vaan tossa niinku hauiksen on kohdalla tommoset leoparditaskut. Playfully, nyt mennään paneen.
I'm working on a new case.
I'm
What
working
kind of
on a new case.
One of your boring
Olipa
cases
se
against
kavalla
scientific
intonaatiolla
living?
sanottu.
Oh, it's probably nothing on the military standard.
Come on. Tell me what it
Ne
is.
puolet vesistä ohi kun juotana.
No. Less interesting.
Kleptomania. What? Please tell me.
It's a murder.
Yeah, right. And I'm the suspect, right?
Why not? You're certainly capable as a Marine.
Hey, wait a minute. Being capable is one thing, and committing is... You are serious, aren't you? Who's been murdered?
A Union citizen is murdered in your favorite rogue state, soldier boy.
In Russia? Tell me what's going on.
Can't tell you. Well, maybe if you are good to me tonight.
I shall do anything you want, Your Highness.
We shall see that.
Nyt tulee pökköä pesää. Nyt tulee niin pökköä pesää.
So, Your Highness, your place or mine?
As if we have a choice.
Of course we do. We can always go to my place in the military area.
Your place? Your tiny room, you mean? There isn't enough space for two people there.
Well, I can always arrange a suite in the officers' quarters.
No, thank you. I think I prefer my own place.
As you wish, Master.
Stop calling me that. I am not your master.
Or am I?
Come on.
Bottom boy.
Let's go and have a good time.
Ai. Kauheet värikokonaisuudet tuolla Jean-Michelillakin. Tuntuu olevan tässä yhteiskunnassa se juttu. No, oliko hyvä pano? Saa puhua nyt jotain eilisillasta. Oi helvetti. Ei puhu mitään, mitäs tää päiväkirjamerkintä. Oh, I love browsing salons like Roger Arnett's. Not that I will ever have enough money to afford them, but it's still a cool feeling to wander around briefly and check out all the leaflet. Sometimes they give away freebies and all you have to do is pick up the sheet and read the instructions. I'm so proud of World Union technology. These laser hair removal devices are so cool and easy to use. Unlike the terrible sticky stuff people had to... Niin noi laserilla toimivia. Se on vähän eri asia kuin epilaattoriset. Kuitenkin se näytti epilaattorilta. Who would have lemon juice and sugar in their home anymore? No, et saatana se sitroonamehuja ja sokeria voi olla kotona. That smart ass at Roger Arnett's salon certainly annoyed the hell out of me. I cannot understand how people like Roger Arnett can simply choose not to cooperate in such an important case and get away with it. Patience, Phoenix. Sooner or later he'll speak with you. That little brat at the CDC, how dare she talk to me that way? I wonder what exactly they are teaching kids nowadays. Other than to insult people, at least they should respect peace officers. Poor Katie. She looked so shaken yet acted so calm and collected. A perfect example of how everyone should react to the loss of a loved one. Oh god. I guess it's a good thing I didn't push her too much the first time. Every time I go to bed with Jean-Michel, I end up feeling the same way. Mediocre. And it's that way with everyone. If this is as good as it gets, then why are Sandra and everybody else so crazy about it? Maybe it's just me. Ehkä on vaan ollut paskoja kumppaneita. Kannattaa kokeilla jotain huomioon ottavaa kumppania vaikka ensi kerran, eikä jotain, jota kiinnostaa olla baneminen. Mitäs mä tollakin teen tällä kylkeen? No mitäs sitten? Yhden päivän jos pelais vielä. Mennään vaikka... Minä en tiedä, mikä pyramidi. Kummassa suunnassa se oli se? Joo, ei voi jutella tuolla.
She's probably one of the senior sales clerks.
Onko se joku toinen myyjä?
Hi, I'm Senior Officer Phoenix Wallace from the Adrianopolis Peace and Security Center.
Oh, very pleased to meet you. My name is Monica LaCour. I'm the junior sales clerk of the store.
Well, hello, Monica. How are you today?
Very well, thank you. And you, officer?
I'm doing well too, Monica. I'm here to ask you a few questions concerning your former boss. You are aware of his death, aren't you?
Yes, Officer Wallace, I am. Such a tragedy. How can I help you?
I have just a few routine questions for you. You don't have to worry about anything.
Why should I worry? I have nothing
Oi
to hide.
saatana, kun ei sormikaavi ole väliin, kun veikin sillä.
What kind of a boss was Mr. Bogdanov?
Näillä voi kaikille nämä kehua
He was an
hiuksia ja
employee
kenkiä.
stream, sincere, open, and hardworking.
Have you had a lot of bosses?
Oh no. My professional life began with this position.
So, tell me, Monica, what made him a dream boss?
He was very supportive and helpful. You really got the feeling that he cared about us as individuals.
Us, meaning?
Oh, the girls on the floor. He really tried to motivate us.
And how did he motivate you exactly?
You know, an occasional intimate touch can
Oh,
tell you
God.
a lot about how a man feels.
Oh, is that so, Monica? Sounds like you've been around the block a few times.
Oh, I guess I had my share of experience, Officer Wallace. Anyway, when he caressed me while I was working, I knew he was trying to inspire me.
So, was he successful in inspiring you?
Definitely. I learned a great deal from him regarding professionalism.
Eli niinku se on seksuaalisesti häirinyt työntekijöitä ja ne on sillä, että tämä on inspiroivaa.
How did you hear about Mr. Bogdanov's death?
An officer responsible for public relations at the Thing Store's chain headquarters here at Adrianopolis called the store. I had the opportunity to talk with the person. I believe his name was Mr. Richard Ackerman.
At that time, did you receive any details regarding Mr. Bogdanov's death?
I was only told that Mr. Bogdanov had lost his life in Russia.
In Odessa, Russia, to be exact.
So I'm really curious about how Mr. Bogdanov died. Are there any specifics available regarding his death?
No, not yet. What was your first reaction when you learned about Mr. Bogdanov's death?
I was totally shocked, but of course I maintained my composure.
That's how a good Union citizen would respond.
I had to remain calm, so Iustitia, my co-worker, wouldn't panic. She can be so fragile.
Is that right?
Yes, somebody had to be emotionally responsible, so as not to alarm any of our customers. Oh, I'm sorry. Some customers are in need of my immediate attention.
But I'm not finished with you yet.
I know, Officer Wallace, but I am the one in charge right now, and if I don't respond, I may get in trouble.
All right, then. But I will be back.
Oh, thank you for your understanding, Officer Wallace. Anytime.
Alright.
I love the pyramid. It's one giant mall that has everything, covered by a massive glass and
Mut miksi sä
steel
tulit pois sieltä?
The temperature in here is always perfect. I immediately start feeling good the moment I walk in here.
Well, she got rid of me nicely, all right. And what did I learn? Zip.
Siis heittikö se tämän vaan ulos tuolta? Niin tuo on tommonen kupu
A
oikein.
gigantic glass and steel superstructure in the shape of a four-sided pyramid. It's nearly 300.
Onko olemassa muitakin kuin four-sided pyramid?
Oh, the Thing Store.
Jos niinku puhutaan 3D-jutuista. Meppä takaisin sisään. Ja meppä Elite-hanua.
Hi, Iustitia.
Oh, hi, Officer Wallace.
Do you know about any of Mr. Bogdanov's sexual partners?
Sexual partners?
Iustitia, are we mature enough to talk about this?
Sure, Officer Wallace. In case you haven't noticed, I'm a very mature 17-year-old.
But of course you are. So you should be able to handle this topic without giggling.
Officer Wallace, can you repeat the question? And this time, I'm gonna be serious.
Again, do you know about any of Mr. Bogdanov's sexual partners?
No, ma'am, I don't.
How long have you known Mr. Bogdanov?
Just over 2 months since I started working here.
So, have you worked here full-time since then?
Yes, Officer Wallace. I work 5 days a week.
You're awfully young to work so much.
Well, Officer Wallace, I guess I'm awfully young, ain't I?
Tästä ei kyllä saa mitään irti.
Did Mr. Bogdanov ever talk about his days in Russia?
What do you mean, his days in Russia?
It means that he used to live there.
You mean for the NGO duty and stuff?
No, Mr. Bogdanov was born there and spent most of his life in Russia.
You're kidding me. I've never met anybody from there before. Do you think that was why he talked funny?
That could be the reason. Then again, I couldn't tell you because I never spoke to him.
That's too bad. He was very nice and talkative man. He used to share his experiences about a lot of stuff, but I never heard him talk about Russia.
To your knowledge, was Mr. Bogdanov involved in any other business venture?
Business adventure? I think this business was adventurous enough for him.
Alethea, you misunderstood me again. I said business venture, as in, did he have any other kind of business?
Oh, sure. He was a very successful businessman.
So he did have other business.
He was doing art consultancy. He was very talented man, Mr. Bogdanov.
So, what do you know about this art consultancy?
I know that he was making a lot of money. Oh, and he was doing so well.
How exactly do you know he was making a lot of money?
You know, he had that walk about him. He just seemed so confident. He must have been making a lot of money.
Thank you for your insight, Alethea. You've been so helpful.
Oh, I'm so proud of myself.
Did Mr.
Mikä toi Piper? Onko se kolmas työntekijä? Kun tuossa oli Inquire about Monica and Inquire about Piper. Niin onko se Piper se kolmas alakerran myyjä? Mä en oo sen, että mä oonkaan jutellutkaan vielä.
What kind of fun?
Officer Wallace, you talk as if you're from another galaxy. You know, fun.
I can only assume. Can you be specific, Alethea?
Oh, I guess you're not the type to go out. You see, Mr. B liked going out to a lot of places, and he especially liked this one club.
So, he went to this club with his buddies?
I think so. He was always having fun with his friends.
Upea toi äijän asutus takana.
So, tell me more about this club.
Oh, it's très chic, as they say in Paris.
Have you been to this club, Alethea?
Oh, no. I don't think I'd fit in there just yet.
What do you mean by that?
Well, for one thing, it's very pricey.
And what else?
I guess they play some very old and exotic music there. I don't like classical music. It's boring, if you know what I mean.
Why would such a chic place play such music?
Haven't got a clue. Must be something to do with strange, expensive tastes.
Eliitti kuuntelee klassista musiikkia.
Très chic place.
I think it's somewhere in the pyramid. I don't know its name. I'm new here, you know.
Hätäs helvettiin tästä.
I think I've got everything I need from you for my investigation, Alethea.
Sure, Officer Wallace.
Thanks, and goodbye.
Oliko se niinku... Tarkoittiko toi, että mä en pysty enää juttelemaan tonkaan?
Well, this is as good as it gets with her.
Kyllä toi vähän kuulostaa siitä, että mun ei tarvitse enää ikinä Aletiankaan jutella. Missä se Biberi on? Biber. Varmaan joku toinen päivä löytää sen täältä. Juokse nyt, herra jumala, sentään. Noniin, kiitos. Ei tuokaan kun toivoa, ei oo paipa. No mihin sitten? Mikäs se klubi nyt sitten on? Sitähän ei tässä näy tietystikään. Ai, no mennään vaikka Child Developmentiin.
Finally, somebody that can be sensible.
Hi, I need to speak to Ms. Stavropoulos.
And you are?
I am Senior Officer Phoenix Wallace from the Adrianopolis Peace and Security Center.
Officer Wallace. Unfortunately, Ms. Stavropoulos is at class right now, and she is not to be disturbed until her prep period.
What is a prep period?
It is the time when our teachers have a short break from their teaching responsibilities.
And when is her next prep period?
Let's see. Ms. Stavropoulos will be free in 90 minutes. Would you like to wait, or shall I take a message?
Tell her you can wait.
Okay, I would like to wait.
Please take a seat.
1,5 tuntia odottamista. Oikeesti en olisi jaksanut oikeassa ajassa odottaa, olisi ottanut vaan viesti.
Officer Wallace?
Yes.
Ms. Stavropoulos is on her way to see you.
Thank you.
Sieltä se taagustaakin. Räväkässä kesämekossaan niinku Pate Mustajärvi laulaisi.
Hello, Katie. How are you doing now?
I'm doing better, I guess. I'm still shaken.
Still shaken.
Can I ask you some more questions?
Certainly.
How would you describe your relationship with Mr. Bogdanov?
We had an intimate relationship.
Täysin muuten nyt vasta, että onko tän Phoenixin asu vakosamettia, kun siinä menee tämmösiä raitoja. Tai toi yläosa tosta. Onko se vakosammari?
Was it your choice to cool off the relationship?
Aika raju työvaate, jos on. Tää on kunnon muodin mekka tää Union.
In what way, Katie?
He would behave completely irrationally. I was beginning to think he was psychologically imbalanced.
In your opinion, are the imbalances connected to his past?
Oh, I don't know. He did not talk a lot about his past. It seemed to me like he wanted to forget his Russian past. He was desperately trying to fit in better here, in the Union.
You mean he hated his past?
No, actually he shared very fond memories of his childhood. But it seemed to me that his young adult life must have been difficult.
What can you tell me about his childhood?
Vasily had a very strong attachment to his bio-grandparents. Apparently he was raised by them. And he loved his bio-grandparents deeply. I believe his bio-parents died during a savage riot.
Oh, must have been very hard for him. Imagine losing your bio-parents in absence of a sound educational system. Who would take care of you?
I guess he was lucky that his bio-grandparents took care of him. Of course, it could never compare to the care from a qualified professional in our CDCs. In the rogue states, the school teachers are only responsible for the academic education. They have nothing to do with the children's love, belonging, and esteem needs. I think Vasily was very fortunate that he did not develop neurotic behavior during his childhood, in absence of qualified care.
Kylläpäs täältä voi kysyä kaikki.
Have you had a serious relationship with a Russian before?
No. Vasily was my first Russian partner. I loved his accent.
Did you go out in public a lot?
Sure. He took me to all the popular restaurants.
Which one was his favorite?
He loved the Italian restaurant in the pyramid.
So, you say Mr. Bogdanov did not develop neurotic behavior during his time in Russia. But you also mentioned his irrational behavior. How can you be sure his irrationality did not have neurotic roots?
I'm sure because he behaved as a rational man until recently.
Is that enough to tell you that it was not neurosis related?
As a professional with a lot of training and experience in human behavior, I very well know the symptoms of neurotic tendencies. And my Vasily was not neurotic.
Then how would you describe his behavior with your professional expertise?
Unfortunately, My professionalism does not allow me to make such comments on adults of Vasily's age. This is clearly not my domain.
I'm sorry. Of course not.
If there are no further questions, I have to get back to my children.
No questions at this time, Katie. Thank you. Again, I'm very sorry for your loss.
It is a loss for our entire society. A precious citizen, a member of our union, has been taken from us by a barbaric act.
Poor Cotty. The more I behave in an understanding way, the more she becomes emotional.
Siis toi sano poor, nyt tossa lopuksi poor Cathy. Sitä ennen aikaisemmin sanonut poor Katie. Ja koitan nyt päättää miten sä lausit. Mä katson Kati on lähempänä, koska jos se on jostain, mistä nyt ikinä onkaan kreikata Venäjän suunnalta vaikka, niin kuin Katie.
Hello, dear.
Hi, Sandra.
Want to meet tonight?
En.
Sure.
Ei.
At the cafe? Round 8?
Alrighty.
See ya.
Bye.
En vittu mennä mihinkään kahville. Mä en jaksa jutella senkaan. Voinko mä nyt mennä johonkin vielä?
Gladys said that she'll call when Mr. Arnett is available.
Okay.
It's getting late.
It's getting late. Me
I
työvaatteita.
can't go out in a uniform.
I can't go out in my uniform.
What should I wear?
No, vaikka samat vaatteet kuin eilenkin. Ne helvettiin nyt sieltä kotoa.
I need to get going.
Café Rosé.
Hi, Sandra.
Sandra on vaihtanut vaatteita. Aika hienot Nikeet jalassa.
Would you like to look at
Me
a menu
syödään,
today?
jumalauta.
No, we're just here for a coffee.
We got Colombian Gold, or if you prefer milder
Ei syödäkään.
coffee,
Eilen
we
piti
have
syödä, mutta ei
Hawaiian
syöty
Tropic.
kuitenkaan.
I'll go for the Hawaiian Tropic, please.
Okei.
Cream.
Yes, please.
Will that be all?
Uh-huh.
Thank you. I'll be right back.
Gossip about Jean-Michel.
So, tell me, how's the big
Niin
marine?
katso, ihan selvästi Nikeit
He's
jalassa
fine,
tuolla.
but I don't think
Sandra.
our relationship is going anywhere.
Phoenix, when are you gonna stop taking your relationship so seriously?
Tuo kauheen
I'm
näköinen
not
paita
taking them
tuolla
so seriously.
Sandralla.
But you are. How long have you been sexual partners now?
About 6 months.
Have you had any other sexual partners in the meantime?
No.
Well, there you go. How many union women do you think stick to a single sexual partner over a 6-month period?
I don't know. Not many, I guess.
Not many? How about none?
But that doesn't mean I'm taking Jean-Michel seriously.
Did you even sleep together?
Yes, we did.
I don't understand why
Kaupasta
you
tekee
don't
mei
find more
sipsejä.
partners
Pitäisikö hakea
like him.
sipsejä kaupasta?
Why should I?
Sipsu.
There's nothing special about Jean-Michel.
Sipsu.
No, brother. You're missing the entire point. But whatever. I'm tired of discussing it with you.
Sandra, I need your opinion on something.
Well,
Onneksi näitä on koko ajan vähemmän ja vähemmän tuossa, kun yhden päivän aikana ehdi juttelemaan niin
but
monelle
I can try to
ihmiselle.
act like one.
Ei jotain miljoonaa gossip-juttua.
Kati Stavropoulos is not telling me everything I need to know about Bogdanov.
Maybe she doesn't know what you need to know.
I think she does. But she's hiding behind professionalism and telling me adults are not her domain.
Maybe you should nonchalantly apply a little pressure to get her talking.
Pressure? How can I possibly pressure a teacher from the CDC? If Kati were to complain, Chief would fry my ass.
That may be so, but Kati, for reasons beyond my understanding, loved Bogdanov very much, right?
That's right.
So maybe you can corner her with the fact that Bogdanov is dead and his murderers are at large.
That might work.
Won't hurt to give it a try.
Ei, näitähän tuli ihan saatanasti tänne yhtäkkiä lisää.
Oh, did I tell you that one of the Thing Store clerks was apparently intimate with Bogdanov?
No, but I'm all ears.
This girl, Monica, tells me that Bogdanov used to caress her while she worked in order to inspire her.
I can't even imagine being touched by an immigrant. And she let him caress her? Yuck.
And I have a feeling they didn't stop there.
Oh, Phoenix. I don't think I want to hear more of this. I might throw up.
Come on, you sleep with the people you work with all the time. What's so upsetting about Monica sleeping with her boss? Doesn't everybody?
Yeah, but sleeping with a guy that motivates you by caressing? How repulsive.
Tell me, Sandra, did you take geography at college?
Sure. I took shitloads of geography until the names of our cities, regions, mountains, and everything else about our union were coming out of my ears.
What about geography of the rogue states?
The rogue states? Sure, I had classes, but nobody really took them seriously. Why do you ask?
Little Miss Alethea knows nothing about the rogue states. She acts as if the entire rogue state area only exists on holovision shows. Doesn't that seem weird to you?
Not really. Why would any Union citizen need to know anything about the rogue states? Waste of time.
It appears Mr. Bogdanov was quite an entrepreneur.
You mean he had business interests outside the thing store?
Yes, I learned that he had an art consultancy business too.
Since when do immigrants know anything about art?
Well, he must have known something, because I'm told this business was booming.
He must have been a real, how do they say, a connoisseur d'art.
Apparently so, because his business was thriving.
I don't know about that. I've never heard the name Bogdanov in any art circles.
Maybe he used a different name. Bogdanov doesn't sound too appealing, does it?
Or maybe he was just selling crap.
These rogue staters will never shake off their old beliefs.
What makes you say that?
Their altruistic ways are so ingrained. I have a difficult time comprehending what motivates them to do some of the things they do.
Do what things? Are you referring to their ineptness in their economic decision-making?
Not only that, I'm talking about their attachment to biological kin. Can you believe that Bogdanov was raised by his biological grandparents?
You're kidding me.
No, I'm not. They were not even in the same family unit. But these people, for some reason, felt obliged to take care of Bogdanov.
Well, with that kind of attitude, these rogue staters will never amount to anything.
Lähdetään vetää.
Sandra, I need to leave now. Talk to you tomorrow then.
Sure, see ya.
Saako pitää aina mennä tän kanssa kaffeen? Eihän se tarvitsisi niinku väkisin jutella, jos ei halua, mutta... Mennäänkö kävellen kotiin? Vähän öistä pyramidia tutkitaan täällä. Ja millään jaksaisi alkaa tutkiin tätä nyt yhtään. Enkä tutkikaan. Tutkitaan joskus toista. Tuo on hyvä sauma lopettaa. Eikä tää pakota mua. Ei pakota. Siihen vähän saavekaamee. Well, wasn't that a perfect example of how to get rid of your neighborhood peace officer in the politically correct way? Thanks, Monica. And what did I learn? Zip. Well, I don't think I can squeeze more out of Alethea without using a brain probe. I don't think she can contribute to my investigation anymore. Well, I don't think I can squeeze more... Miksi on tässä kahteen kertaan? No siinä mitään. I feel for Catty. Nyt mä lausuin itse sieltä ihan vittu tyhmästi. I feel for Catty. But the more sympathy I gave her, the more emotional she became. I like her, but I can't let her slow down my investigation. Ai, siitä jatketaan. Semmonen setti. Culpa Innata. Ihan hauska peli, mutta niinku onhan tässä vähän puutteita. Hyvin dialogipainotteinen. Mutta pelataan ensi kerralla lisää tätä ja jatketaan mihin jäätiin. Nyt näkemiin.